Good morning, everybody. I love you. I'm proud of you. Um, Welcome to the Buzz with Cheryl. I hope you made it through Christmas successfully. It's still standing. I hope you are happy and content and have lots of peace and joy. I hope you were surrounded with love and kindness yesterday, and I still hope you are. And if not, then I still hope you can pull a smile out of yourself, out your back pocket, some kind of way. Get going, keep going, do what you got to do. Don't take anything personally. Forgive people, let stuff go. All the complaints about maybe you or your life that you may have heard, you gotta let it go. You know, we're not perfect. People we care about are not perfect. And I think sometimes during the holidays, the absolute best of us comes out, and the absolute worst comes out as well. So let's kind of take that into consideration and also realize we don't know how we were acting. You know what I'm saying? We might have been thinking we were being sweet and kind. We could have been acting like Godzilla's mother or father. We don't know. Because we weren't on the receiving side of us. We were just on the receiving side of them. See what I'm saying? So we always have the ability to see other people so clearly, but we seldom can see ourselves the way that we are appearing to other people. That's not so good. But that's why we need one another to help us to stay on track. And if not, then help us to get back on track once we slip off. And we do slip off sometimes. With the best of intentions, sometimes we get deterred. It happens. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, as long as we don't stay there in the wrong lane and just make ourselves comfortable with it. I'm willing to assess where we are and realize this is not a good place for me. This is maybe a major derailment, but I got to get out of this. I got to do better. I got to do more and not feel bad because you want to do more. Maybe you were doing more than the people around you. And sometimes people don't want us to be doing more because it makes them feel like they got to do more. That's okay. If that's the issue, learn to be around a different type of people. I say it all the time. It's just the reality. You got to be around people who are like minded, who have dreams and aspirations that are similar to yours, who will embrace you, what you stand for, where you're headed, and what you want to do. People who don't share your interests, um, they're just not going to be able to give you what you want. They never will because they won't ever understand. They may love you sincerely, but they can't give you that understanding that you may be longing for. And sometimes when your mind is truly on greater things, no one will ever understand you completely. Life is like that sometimes. But it doesn't mean that, excuse me, that we have to say, well, something wrong with us or we're not on track with our lives. It just might mean we're on a road. What's the poem about the road less traveled? We might be on the road that's less traveled. And sometimes we create the road. There is no road until we make it. I think about that too. And however we got to wherever we are, that's where we are. Problem is, we can't stay there. Gotta move on. Gotta keep getting better. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep improving. Um, if you've made lots of money, lots of friends, and all that, still can get better. Still can improve. If your health is excellent, still can get better. Still can improve. I just encourage us to always be working on just tallying up, going up to the next level. I think that's what it's about. And as before, not competing with other people's levels, just competing with ourselves. Like, excuse me, this is where you were last year, Cheryl. You still want to stay here? You want to do something more? We have to decide that. And I think sometimes we just need to level up. you know? And sometimes it's good to see where people are and look at their lives, and it lets us sometimes be a little bit more thankful and grateful for ours, be more appreciative, and see what we've accomplished. And maybe the accomplishments are mainly just our character, the changes we've made in our character, and that we'll continue to make. That maybe other people are just not doing and not making that time investment into themselves, putting their energy on everything else and everybody else, but not on their personal internal needs as a person, the need to grow and just improve. So we can always look at it like that without looking down on anyone. But those are their choices. And we don't have to feel obligated to be a part of whatever their choices are, to participate in those choices or lack thereof, because maybe that was something we just grew up in, but we don't want that anymore. We don't do that anymore. And stay around encouraging people, especially if you are in like a crisis situation where you're trying to really accomplish some major things, or just maybe one goal that's so important to you, and you just are finding yourself around very negative people right now. And you're going to have to get away from them, or you won't make it. Your dreams won't hold. You will fail. I'm just telling you, because you can't succeed if you are around darkness and negativity. You need to be surrounded by light, truth, and peace and happiness. I know these always, maybe, I don't know if they sound corny to you or not, but that's the truth, because you're going to draw good things to you by allowing yourself to be surrounded by light, letting your heart be full of light and love and purity. I'm not talking about being perfect, because that's not what this is about. Just being our best selves. If we're always doing us as best we can, giving our best selves, not trying to fit in, not trying to be liked, not trying to be accepted, not trying to be what other people want us to be. And we're constantly seeking out, just taking ourselves up higher, 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 higher. And a lot of times that means we're moving on in our own strength by ourselves. It's okay. It might not feel good at the time, but in the end, once we get to the end of it, it'll be well worth it. And I've seen that. I know about that. I can't say I've seen it in all of the areas of my life, but I've seen it in several where I have been around people and in situations that were not encouraging at all. But I weathered the storm and went the way I felt I needed to go. I can't tell you about the rewards. The rewards are beyond measure. Things you learn, the things you are able to do later, that other people have no idea how you're doing what you're doing or how you did what you did. It's because of your discipline and your desire to do what was right no matter what. So I encourage you, if you have received any type of discouragement in recent times by maybe family or friends because you're around them now, let it go. They don't understand, and don't hold it against them. People can't see where they are. They can't see how they are. And oftentimes we remind them of where they're not. And that's what really bothers us as human beings. When we see where we're not, when we see where we could be, but because we haven't taken that time, haven't been disciplined, haven't decided to let certain things go, certain people go, decided not to get more educated and uh, get more knowledge about certain things. Even though we could change at any moment, most people don't. They just sit around and complain about where they are and where they think you are and how wrong you are, because that keeps them being able to stay where they are. But anyway, you guys are phenomenal. I'm very proud of you. I think you're just the absolute best. I've enjoyed you so much. I love you. And again, I'm very proud of you. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. Peace. You know you my dogs. Love ya. Mwah.